Moses was a very well known character in the Bible. He played multiple roles throughout his life, and we will see a few of his important works in the Bible. Moses was born to Jochebed and Amram, both from the tribe of Levi, when the children of Israel lived in Egypt as slaves. He was the youngest of the three children, his sister named Miriam, and brother named Aaron. Moses was a special baby. The Pharaoh was afraid of the Israelite slaves because there were so many of them and ordered all the boy babies to be killed. Moses' mother protected him. She saw that he was a special baby and kept him hidden for 3 months. When she couldn't hide him any more, she made a little boat, placed him in it, and hid baby Moses in the reeds on the banks of the Nile River. He didn't stay there long before being rescued by the Pharaoh's daughter. Being unable to nurse him, she hired a Hebrew woman to do the job. This woman just so happened to be Moses' mother. Moses was raised as royalty. After Moses was weaned, the Pharaoh's daughter raised him in the palace, surrounded by all the luxuries of Egypt. He grew up in the palace but knew he was a Hebrew. When Moses saw an Egyptian beating a Hebrew slave, the Bible says, looking this way and that and seeing no one, he killed the Egyptian and hid him in the sand. Pharaoh found out that what Moses had done and tried to kill him. Moses ran for his life. He lived out in the desert of Midian for 40 years, became a husband to Tarpes and Zipporah, and a father to Gershom and Elisha. Fear showed up again when God appeared to him in flames of fire within a bush. Moses saw that though the bush was on fire, it did not burn up. God wanted Moses to rescue the Israelites from the Egypt. Moses was afraid and gave excuse after excuse, one being that he stuttered. Moses told God, "Please send someone else," according to Exodus 4 to 13. God didn't want to send someone else and got angry with Moses. To overcome Moses' fear, God recruited his brother Aaron to assist, promising to help them both. Moses rose to challenge. Through the long story of the 10 plagues and the Pharaoh's opposition, he led Israelites out of Egypt. When trapped between Pharaoh, who changed his mind and pursued the newly freed slaves, and the Red Sea, Moses told people, "Do not be afraid, stand firm, and you will see the deliverance Lord will bring you today," according to Exodus 14 to 13. He also prophesied, "The Egyptians you see today, you will never see again." And he was right. Moses led them through the Red Sea on dry ground by the power of the God. That was just the beginning of Moses' courageous leadership. The job God called Moses to do was full of difficulties and challenges. Moses never hid his emotions and questions from God. They spent 40 days together on the top of Mount Sinai And God gave Moses the two tablets of the covenant law, the tablets of the stone inscribed by the finger of God. Exodus 31 to 18. Meanwhile, the people got tired of waiting for Moses, made an idol, and started worshipping it. This made God angry, and he offered to kill them all, making Moses into a great nation instead. But Moses sought the favor of the Lord, his God. God heard Moses and didn't act to his emotions. In response to Moses' request to see God's glory, he saw parts of God no one ever had before. And he passed in front of Moses, proclaiming, the Lord, the compassionate and gracious God, slow to anger, abounding in love and faithfulness, maintaining love to thousands, and forgiving wickedness, rebellion, and sin. In Exodus 34 6 to 7 verses. For 40 years, Moses led the Israelites, and God kept his promise to always be with him. Even Moses messed up due to his anger, which disallowed him from entering the promised land. Bible says Moses, whom the Lord knew face to face. Moses was buried by God. God was with Moses to the very end, burying him in secret. Moses lived to be 120 years old and was completely healthy. His eyes were not weak, nor his strength gone. The people grieved 30 days for him until God put a stop to him, instructing Joshua to take leadership position. And Moses, the servant of the Lord, died there in Moab as the Lord had said. He buried him in Moab in the valley opposite, but to this day no one knows where his grave is. It's speculated that God secretly buried Moses' body so the Israelites couldn't make a shrine to it, worshipping it as an idol. That may be true, or might be God burying his friend, only God knows. Thank you. Thank you for watching.